Hey guys, welcome to another session with me. Let's start by taking a look of what we have from the data coming for us this week. Definitely today we have a building permits and housing starts. For me, this is one of the good data to watch, just because it's going to tell you the overall health of economy, especially let's say the US. So we want to see if we have more building permits and how many new houses has started a development. Also, we have the inflation rate coming from Canada. Everything is in a half hours, so that part is good. Tomorrow we have inflation rate coming from the UK and FOMC minutes. Definitely FOMC minutes won't impact the market till late US session tomorrow, so keep that in mind. On Thursday, existing home sales, and on Friday, inflation data from Japan and retail sales from, let's say, UK. Also, we have the Powell speech on Friday, so for me, Powell is going to be something I want to watch. Today, definitely all three news and everything else. Like, we will have okay amount of data, so we can expect to see some sort of a volatility during this week. Also, there is still that talk between Putin and Trump and Zelensky, so we'll see what's going to happen there. I really don't think that's going to impact the market that much, but still, we need to pay attention to that. Also, change the chart to be dark. Let me know, guys, do you like this part more or you prefer that white backgrounds on the charts? For me, it's really the same. Now, if you take a look, dollar index didn't do much. Exactly what we wanted. Tried to move higher, made a push down. Today, we seen a try of a retest of that Thursday's highs, but we are failing lower. The momentum that we see is going to smaller time frame. The momentum that we see right now look more bearish. So definitely I want to focus more on the downside in the dollar index at the moment. I want to see at least a retest of 97.72, if not the test of the last week's high. That's 97.62 before anything else happens. So definitely more bearish. I can use that high of a day as our short-term invalidation point and focus on a short place towards this low and the last week's low before anything else. But what else we should be bearish? There is nothing right now. I mean, definitely that can change instantly if we see good data coming from the US. But even if that's the case, so even if you see that decent amount of data, give me a second just to move this so I can see it. The upside, let me change the color also here. I would focus on the equal, like so 98.40 can be that resistance on the upside, but that's all really that I want to focus on. So in general, if we are looking and for more bearish movements in the US dollar, definitely we can just inverse that part in the Euro USD. Time frame. Price action at the moment is a little bit choppy, sideways, if you ask me, just because take a look at this part. What market is doing is more or less looking like waiting for more data, more confirmation before anything else happen. For me, this start to feel like a potential triangle, not a perfect triangle, but still a triangle. So pullback, move higher can be a decent opportunity, just looking for the new highs above 170.30, nothing more. And if that's the true, we can use this low at 116.39 as our short-term invalidation point. So ideal scenario would be to see a pullback and then a breakout, then consider this as a potential triangle and focus on this high, and we can also use the resistance around 117.70 to 118. But I'm fine, like I like it, so why not? Also, this can change with the data from the US, but even that won't really change the bullish view that much. I would only focus on one, let's say 116.20, and from there look for a push higher. But whatever happen can be good for us. Pound dollar, this part look like what? Looks like a potential flag. Part I hate when you change the theme, you need to change all other colors. So some sort of a simple A, B, and C. So more bullish, just a new high, nothing special. Don't focus on the more than that. The idea for a potential trade can be seen the same as, let's say, what we are looking for the euro. So some pullback plays while using this low at 134.87 and just focusing on, on that 135.94. Maybe you can go higher, but at the end of the day, we don't want to be that greedy, especially like September is in 2 weeks, guys. Market will return to a normal part, so just the pullback plays here can work out really good. Also, at the end, you can see some inverse head and shoulders suggesting the end of this flat. Sorry, guys, flag. Why not? Why not try it? Of course, after the news, don't try setups like this before the news, especially since this is all on the smaller time frame, so you don't want to waste your time there. Wait the news, wait a few minutes, and from there you can try to make some plays. Aussie dollar definitely more bearish. Also, when I'm looking at this hourly chart, me this is a head and shoulders, like left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So pullback sells can work without a question. Definitely, market is more, let's say, here giving us a few sides. But for me, that's fine. We'll see, like, if the data from the US is bad. In that case, we can focus on the Euro USD pound dollar. If the data from the US is good, we focus on what? On the Aussie dollar. For me, this is the good option. Also, we need to see the break here if you want these head and shoulders to work. For the invalidation for the head and shoulders and that bearish view, we need to hold below 65.24 entire time. So 3-7 swings, definitely the news will be the best for me confirmation of what side of the market and what pairs should we try next. Dollar CAD, we also, like we said, we have a data coming from the Canada later on. I mean, at the same time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, same time as the data from the US. Right now, it's choppy. We are waiting for the more data. I'm not like that keen on trying to trade this. Like, if I need to pick the side, this look more bearish than bullish, but short term. But I don't like I prefer other pairs compared to a dollar CAD at the moment. So we will just skip that part. You don't need to force yourself to trade something where you don't see a potential trading opportunity. In a dollar yen, let me just go quickly on higher time frame. Price move down, push higher, push down, pull back. The key question that we need to see is like if the correction from here is over here or we are still in it, because I'm bearish short term, even long term, let's call it like that, but we need to hold below 150.92. So we need to hold that part, because if you go down on the 60-minute time frame, for me this is again some ugly flag, but it's a flag. Flag is formation that suggests what? That suggests a potential continuation, and in this case that should be a continuation of a bearish trend. So why not? Short-term invalidation can be set here 148.50, but ideally I need to see price below this high if you want to be bearish. Like for more aggressive stops can be here if you want to go short, but I'm more for that safer stops here if you're trying to play this part. I want to see 146 and lower here. I really want to see that part. 15 minutes. We have the equal yet. So the equal can be the next resistance. And this look like a bullish flag. So short term, maybe we see a push higher before we break the flag. So keep that in mind, especially if the data from US is good. Dollar yen will react. And I would love to see the test of this liquidity grab before market move down, because I really believe that market will just do this. Take the highs, fake everyone out, and then move us lower. So that's why we want to focus on that part. Don't chase it, chase it. But if data is bad, you can consider the high as end of the flag and look for the new lows right away. Euro yen, similar, not similar, because here it's more bullish short term. We are seeing more higher highs, higher lows. I'm not seeing any decent setup here at the moment. Like I can't see anything. We are close to the equal X, so that part is good. I want to see if we want to be bearish and this count to be valid, we need to hold below 173 entire time. So why not? Like if we see some reaction, let's go on the small reaction. So if we take this 172.30, we can say we are on the right track and then look for a pullback shorts against the highs. Or since here that invalidation at 173 is not that far away, we can focus on that. But let's see the news. Gold still didn't do much. Still waiting. I can't say that I'm losing the hope for the gold, really. Can't say it, but I really expected more from the gold. Like we're still like the price action short term is bearish. I wanted to see the higher price movements. I'm still considering this as a complete wave 4 and triangle and want to see that push higher. We really need to see some data, something, some news, some headline that will move us, but it's slow. I have a small position, still long, it's nowhere. Like it's not in profit, not in loss, like it's crazy. It's holding for a few days now, but I'm fine with holding, but I would really love to see some bullish momentum, some sort of a momentum. Silver, nothing special here. Definitely, we should see a push higher. push higher here, at least up to 38.40 next. Because if you consider this as a 1 or a, doesn't matter how you call it, we are missing 3 leg move. So we should see a push higher towards the equal leg that will match. You'll see now. That's 38.40. 38.30 to, let's say, 38.47. The short term bullish. Maybe some day trade. I see it as some sort of a day trade scalp. Nothing special. Crypto continued to move lower last week. The price action is ugly, really ugly. Because for me, this is still A, B, and C. Because we have one, two, and then you have one, two, three, four, five. Ugly. So A, B, and C. We'll see what to do. I want to see a price breaking 117 before anything else. Let's go in the smaller time frame. Or some nice 5 leg move from the lows. And if that's the case, in that case, I want to be a buyer. Like if I see a 5 leg moves from here or we taking 117 again, I want to be a buyer again. Everything else is just a waste of time and gambling, if you ask me, because there is nothing right now that suggests that Bitcoin should move higher. If you look Ethereum, we have one, two, three, four, five. I can call this 6 and 7, but I would rather call this 5 and look for 6 and 7 and then look for a push higher. And considering this just what? Just a complex correction, looking for additional drop towards the downside before anything else happen. I'm still bullish long term, but we've seen that part. Like keep in mind, we have seen a nice bullish reaction from Ethereum. We still have a room, but I want to play it like a long run. For example, waiting for that 7 swing push lower. From there, breakout can give us that confirmation that we want to get into a long position, and from there start to chase the 5K mark. That should be all that I want. Nasdaq a little bit lower this week. Definitely, we have the data. We have a decent amount of the news that can move this market. For me, this is correction. So still bullish, still want to see more bullish movements. I don't want to trade it today. I really, because right now it's more bullish, sorry, bearish, and maybe we need to see a take of this 23,500 before anything else, but I'm not that interested. For example, compared to the DAX that was perfect this morning, like breakout of this larger flag, market moving higher. So in that regard, I right now prefer more DAX. Like we had as this flag, market moving higher and buying any 3-7 pullbacks is worth your time while this low at 24-7 hold. So why not? Of course, keep in mind DAX is something that you should only trade during the UK session, nothing else. We'll see the data, guys, in 10 minutes, so you'll know what to do. I hope you understand the plan. If you like it, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. We are going to continue to work daily. We won't just work maybe on Friday, but that's all, because especially on Fridays, usually there are no much movements. That's why I'm maybe going to skip Fridays, but every other day we are going to work. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers.